Okay, let's go. Daytime. Continue. There's a knife laying on the ground. What's this? Must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. It's weird that the knife flew away after the explosion. I don't think bodies should do that. Suppose the explosion must have thrown it over here. That would mean the explosion was below the knife, more or less. The Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife looks really familiar. Wait, is this... That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. Not only that, this is getting really weird. Oh, it's not gonna make... There are too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. That same knife was used to sell the same masked attacker who found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then And if this is really Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. So why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. So technically, there was a connection? These look like fragments of something. All burned, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. Where? Wait, was it there? Have to double check that later. Ah, thanks for telling me, yeah. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Huh? Something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. There's also something on the back of the right hand. Is this a tattoo? It's got burns, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like that before. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally black. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. Otherwise, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? I don't know. That's all here. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. Tüm zasjen deformant. In other words, that is stereotypical tool ship. Is this a top? Was there a top in here before? Should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. The underside is totally clean, completely dry. One side of that top is wet and dirty. Something about that is what bothers me. Me too. So one thing in here that concerns me. I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. Count 4 chickens. Huh? 4? Yeah. One is missing! What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course! There were precisely 5. Yeah, right? Huh? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens in here now. We're 1 short. Huh? Actually. Thank you very much. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are you gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Nice. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. Set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Murakuma said that the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Yes. Which would mean the murder must have taken place after 7:30. Mina, what do you have to say? Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right. It was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. So there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. That's moderate, really. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody, or for how much blood there was on the body. Didn't see any of the ground around it. True. That was the top. Wet and dirty. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. That was a weird thing to thank you too. Weird thing to emphasize. Who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Good point. It's 11 o'clock right now. Thanks, Kra. Okay, and? Oh, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Munakuma's announcement woke me up 7 o'clock as usual and headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. And I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next up I went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Oh yeah, he did say something. Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Oh, well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock.
So it's probably 9 on the door now. That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock. Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 AM. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. That pretty much gives me an alibi, doesn't it? Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What did you want to talk about? I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi? Well, just as we've just found out. Couldn't have been me. Wait. Yeah, I was with them the whole time, yeah. Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? What's nighttime got to do with it? Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Dude, I know it. Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be there. He'd be here. I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was nobody here. So the murder could have only taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina and I went to the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hino's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. And the victim really is Kyoko. I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? I'm telling you the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite a disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? I think I've checked everything I need to do in this area. I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, that fragment I found before. Something I need to go in the earth to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? That's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? I can find out more about her. Maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko is never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room... I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity. Limit my options. Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if they'll let me borrow her room key. I am Gekko. If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. We're the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later, and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay then, in the meantime I should go look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Bro, tell me. Is it this one? My memory isn't as fresh. I would have liked it to. It's still locked. That is the chem lab. Everything's back to normal. It's like with Sayaka and Taka. One comma's responsible, I'm sure. Although I don't remember that part, to be honest. But, certainly not here. Why is this area supposed to be? Path is the second floor. Don't remember. Last one way over there. This wild goose chase. Oh, it's supposed to be Monokuma's remains, basically. Monaco was laying his metal on the floor, but figured it wouldn't be here. The bomb. I guess, but okay. I just found something. What is it? It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monochroma robot. I'm sure. Escape ahead. That bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. Fragments are found in the garden. You have checked everything else that you can find. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. Right. Should be able to just... Yaka! You haven't moved, my dude. You think you can go soon, Byakuya? You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Wait for me. Byakuya walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... And it's open. Looks like it, thanks. So, this is Kyoko's room. Not much to check out, to be honest. There's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration. What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key? Lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I never got to a public bathhouse. Me neither. Even though Morocco, where I grew up in, they do have those. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that. But if it is a key, I think I might know why it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Yeah. Otherwise... Here's her bed. I don't see anything interesting here. At least not as far as the case is concerned. There's still this. Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I'd better not look inside. Maybe she went to dry herself. Oh, anyway. Hey, I think it would be wise to look around a bit more. Well, there's a screen. Am I missing something? Just talking to him. You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko. You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless. If you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete? Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. I'm just gonna skip ahead. Sure, I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened. So open it. Oh, okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets. That's all that was in there. Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? Oh, come on. What could be something hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets. What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class number 78, student registry? Mokoro Ikusawa? It appears to be Mokoro Ikusawa's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. It's probably the other thing Kyoko saw when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key.
God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was the key and that's it.
This must be the blank that Marukama was talking about. Kyoko said that death without meaning was unappealing. And this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgence. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, and then looked down at the profile sheet. Name Mokoro Ikusawa. Sex female. The ultimate soldier. Huh? Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. So a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information. She was never found. However, she appeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. The ultimate soldier, mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one non-fiction and it's like one is non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. It's how different this is. That was how I saw things just an ordinary person, but then I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it? The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers, but they do have their uses and they always get the job done. That's worth noting. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Wow, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player and a bit player is becoming our hero.
Ah, it's you!
What have you got in your pursuit hand there? Oh, you found her profile?
So what if we did?
Don't freak out on me, I'm not gonna hold you against you or anything. In case you're wondering, I won't hold you against Kyoko either, even though she chose her story and did it. After all, there is no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Orami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Never dragged the cops out here and stressed out about it. There's army first, you know.
Our rules violations really so unforgivable. You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am. A proper school life is built on dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself.
Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Absolutely. I cannot have you complaining about how unfair it all is. Now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting.
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in the skilling game. I don't think I ever told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that. When we all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a misunderstanding among you all.
Misunderstanding? Are you saying?
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you. The total number of students taking part in the skilling game was actually 16.
16? Then
戦場ムクロ、この学園に潜む16人目の高校生。
高校生。
超高校級の絶望、戦場ムクロに気をつけて。
16 student. Mukuro Ikasaba is part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is. Why?
Did you say something?
Wait, let me just make sure. Okay, that works. I need to change the icon for that.
Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because, like I told you, this skilling game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. Since we've got so many viewers now, I want to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate me, you know? Makes sense? Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaking Miss Kiggy, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you.
Seriously?
You know how she wears those stupid gloves in day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you about. She wears them to cover up most of Katie's scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
What?
Okay, now that's all you get.
That sounds like. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover a bunch of scars. Wait, so on the back of her hand. It's two. Wait, but no. Rukuma specifically said they were scars, right? Maybe they could be scars from the past. Metaphorical scars, you know. And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars, which means those fake nails on the corpse. I'm thinking about Kyoko again. Huh? Forget about her. What matters right now is covering Murakuma's trap. His trap? God, must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Murakuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mokuro was a student here. Obviously, Murakuma was trying to tell us that Mokuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mokuro is connected to the case. That's why Murakuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mokuro is related to the case. Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That will explain why we would have to have a class trial. She's a student, and she killed someone that would make her part of the school killing game. Mokuro, is it clear? She killed Kyoko. Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? Fact. That's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
なんだ
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
決まりだ
Mokoro Ikusawa isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mokoro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. If that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out the way to reveal themselves to us? I've just retweeted a picture of a chicken on a gamer chair. You're welcome. Why would the mastermind go out their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
つまり
Mokoro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. Makes more sense, then, to assume that Mokoro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mokoro and come to the wrong conclusion. And that's what makes sense to me. The way you say it definitely does seem possible. That's really true. If Mokoro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
行くぞ
Where are you coming? Dojo. Yep. You can see that thing is missing. There are wooden lockers here. They'll use woodblock keys just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go into one of these lockers.
なるほどな
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
妙だな
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at that moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
そう
Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock and... Click! That was the worst click sound ever. The locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. Looks like 10 arrows in total. Well, how would you know that? They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks? Oh, there's something else inside the locker. So why did that ball of duct tape? I wonder what this was used for. Is that bloodstain?
なるほど
If it is, that means this must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly involve? I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Something wrong?
妙だな
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. How did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
なぜだ
Perhaps. Back here? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location?
なんだ
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mokoro was a part of? How are we gonna find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something ever? Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
行くぞ
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Sound effect is that? Oh, come on. I dropped my water. So let me put that on auto while I'm drinking. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Okay, what do you have to tell us?
なるほどな。
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? Oh, give it to me, I can read French. Come on. I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to pay your debt 100 times over. Why did the music stop here? 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, there are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. Their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, the continued existence cannot be confirmed. The unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
なんだ。
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Dude, you don't look excited. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it. The report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each shoulder that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? What could that mean? The victim has to be Mokuro.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to win the class trial. So, please meet up with the usual stop. See you later.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is trying to uncover the truth during this class trial.
そうだ。
It would seem that way. Let's go. Wow! Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? That voice clip is so good. Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together. Just the two of you. What? Are you jealous?
Oi, oi.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
なんだ。
Stop talking on base yourselves. He'll be here any second. any second. Could show up at any time. When I imagined what about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10, and 10 became 20.
なぜだ
What's going on here? Why has Monokuma shown up yet? Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or... There you are.
Oh, what?
Jesus! Jesus!
Did I scare you?
おい
Why did I?
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that?
What? Make you wait? Goes all backwards. You're the ones making me wait.
Huh?
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. Can't start till everyone's here. Can't now, can we?
Oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
Sorry, but you're wrong. I've been waiting 10 minutes now to escape. I punished the one making us all wait, right? You're already a violation and range of punishment right now.
If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look. I'm here, and no rule has been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive! No! That's a ghost! Stop talking.
If you wanna fight, go to the last trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
なんだ
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
そうかしら
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
You're so selfish. So spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially. But I'll bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you.
Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die? Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps. That's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we gotta deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking.
行くぞ
Come on, let's just go. Whenever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Ryuka stepped into an elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
でも
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. Why my neck? Why is my neck always hurting? With on these streams. Words. One after another, everyone piled out to the elevator, but I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
そう
And I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
そうよ
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also made this announcement because of that. I had no idea the body has been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
それは
Just now. Finished my shirt and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
でも
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, that's what that key you found goes
違
to?
うわ
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
つまり
I'll use Monikoma's secret tool which can open any lock in the school. What?
ちょっと
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
苗木くん
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
どうやら
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The last trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
じゃあね。
Is she the killer? Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. Just overthinking what she said, right? Being the last one left. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. This time, the clanking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. It wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Well,
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show.
and so the curtain opened for the fifth time. Deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Hey. That was nice. Anyway. Set skills. Go. Trial. Alright.
まずは学級裁判の簡単な説明から始めましょう。
I mean,
正しい黒以外のじゃ
まずは被害者の特定からだ。
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
正体不明の
First, we need to
被害
clarify
者。
who exactly the
あれが誰なのかをはっきりさせて
unidentified
おく必要
victim
死
is.
んだのはキリギリッチだべ。それ以外にありえねえだろ。
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
キリギリならそこにいるじゃない。
But Kyoko's standing right there.
違う。あれは幽霊だべ。
No, that's a ghost.
足もあるけど
But she has legs and stuff. You know. Legs and stuff.
おそらく
That's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology. Dude,
バカバカしいにも程があ
there's a
る。
limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate. Okay, so we just have to prove that Kosu isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead
キリ
body.
ギリちゃんの特徴って
Her traits? Well, gloves.
これだ
Suskana. Oh, that's an off
手
head.
袋だよ。
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery, I'm sure of it.
それなら、キリ
In
ギリ
that
が手
case,
袋
I
を身
think
に
it
つけ
would
て
be
いる
helpful if
理
someone
由も
explains
説
why
明
she
しておい
actually
た方がいい
wears
んじゃ
those
ない
gloves.
知ってるの？
And would you happen to know the answer?
小野熊から聞いたぞ。
In fact, Monokuma told me, apparently you have scars on your hands that you don't want anyone to see.
あ、そういえばあの死体って
Oh,
手
you know,
袋してなか
now
った
that
よ
I think
ね
about it, corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
爆発で手袋が燃えただ
They
けだろ
probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
そんなんじゃ俺は
Not
納得
convinced
し
the
ねえ
corpse is
ぞ
just trying to fool us all. I need to refresh myself on the...
そこにいるき
Ah, yeah.
そんなわけないじゃない。
ならギリギリッチが幽霊じゃねえって証明してみろ。
あの死体って手袋してなかったよ。
爆発のせいで燃えただけだべ。
じゃあ爆発前は手袋してたの？
きっと手袋はしてたはずだべ。だって死んだのはギリギリッチ。
バカバカしい議論だ。
Hmm.
そこにいるギリギリッチは幽霊なんだ。
そんなわけないじゃない。
ならギリギリッチ
あの死体って手袋してなかったよ。
爆発のせいで燃えただけだべ。
じゃあ爆発前は手袋してたの？
きっと手袋はしてたはずだべ。だって死んだのはギリギリッチなんだ。
バカバカしい議論だ。
そこにいる
そんな
ならギリギリッチが幽霊じゃねえって証明してみろ。
あの死体って手袋してなかったよ。
Thought so, yeah.
そこにいるギリギリ
そんなわけ
ならギリギリッチが幽霊じゃねえ。
あの死体って手袋してなかったよ。
Ah, it's wrong. しまった。
そこにいる
そんな
ならギリギリッチ
あの死体って手袋してなかったよ。
爆発のせいで燃えただけだべ。
じゃあ爆発前は手袋してたの？
きっと手袋はしてたはずだべ。
は
そこにいるギリギリッチは幽霊なんだ。
I guess fake news if...
そんなわけない。
ならギリギリッチが
あの死体って手袋してなかったよ。
爆発のせいで燃えただけ。
じゃあ爆発前は手袋
Of
してたの？
course, fake news.
きっと手袋はしてた。だって死んだのはギリギリ。
バカバカしい議論だ。
そこにいるギリギリ
そんなわけない。
ならギリギリッチが幽霊じゃ。
あの死体って手袋してなかったよ。
は
そこにいる
そんな
ならギリギリ
あの死体って手袋してなかった。
爆発のせいで燃えただけだべ。
じゃあ爆発前は手袋してたの？
きっと手袋はしてたはずだべ。だって死んだのは
Dude
ギリギリ。
バカバカしい議論だ。
そこにいる
そんな
ならギリギリ
あの死体って手袋してなかった。
爆発のせいで燃え。
じゃあ爆発前は手袋。
きっと手袋はしてたはず。それは違うよ。いや
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? Imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? Be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think? Jeez man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
女心を知らないのは
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
どうだギリギリ
Well, Kyoko, any
こ
thoughts?
の手袋は日常生活に支障をきたさないもの。
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily
手
life.
詰めなんかしてい
If
た
I
ら
work fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
じゃあこれで
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to
あの
Kyoko.
死体が
当然だろうギリギリ
Well,
は
it should
そ
have
こ
been
にいるん
obvious
だ
since he's
から
standing right there.
じゃああの被害者って誰
Okay
なんだ
then, who's the real victim? First we need to figure that out.
最初からそう言っている
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles. 向こうから草場。
ギリギリッチが生きてるってことはあの被害者は
何か知る方法はないの？死体の顔は燃えてて判別不可能だし。
なんだ I need to look before I leap.
ギリギリッチが生きあの被害者
何か知る方法はないのかな？死体の顔は燃えてて判別不可能だし。モノコマファイルにも記述はないわね。死体の身元がわからないとなると
Weird.
それは違うよ。
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body. What? For real?
嘘だったら
You're lying. I died cruel and unusual death. Unusual.
なんか気に
Cruel
な
and
る。
unusual death. This I gotta see.
ないよ。
She's just being stupid. Ignore the Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about. Need to figure out who it was. There's a tattoo on the back of her hand.
なんだか変わった
Oh
デザ
yeah,
インだ
the
けど。
design's pretty strange,
これ
huh?
って犬？
Is this a dog?
ご主人様に惚れされたのね。私はあなたのメス犬ですって意味で。
Wako.
そんな屈辱的な意味が隠されてるんか
Seriously?
い。
They really did something that humiliating.
そうじゃない。
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
そのタトゥーに？
Wow, really?
傭兵部隊フェンリル。
Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mokoro Ikusaba belonged
それ
to.
がどうした？
Okay,
フェ
so
ンリルに所属する兵士
to show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad
必ず
would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
フェンリルを表す刻印？
Fenrir? Anyway. Why do I? Really? This was hard. So hard.
狼だ。それがフェンリルを表す刻印なんだ。
The representation of a Fenrir is a wolf.
フェンリル、終末の狼。北欧神話に登場するオオカミの姿をした巨大な怪物のことよ。
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok, is from Norse mythology, a huge world-ending wolf beast.
北欧神話
He's
の
a
トラブル
child
メー
of
カー
the
である
trickster
ロ
god
キと
Loki
女
and
刑
a
事アル
female
ゴスの
giant.
間の子であるとされてる。
久々に文学少女の片鱗を。
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
狼の刻印って
A wolf tattoo, and that means...
そうなんだ。
Exactly, the body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once
あの死
belonged
体の
to
人物は
Fenrir,
戦場ムクロ
so
だ
it
っ
must
た。
have been Mukuro. What?
ちょっと待って
Hold on, isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
驚いてるみたいだね。だけど
It's not surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed.
今回
The trial is solved the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
どういうこと？黒幕が死ん
What?
でその学級裁判が開かれ
What?
るなんて。
Are you saying the mastermind is dead and we have to have a class trial?
そうじゃない。
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro is the mastermind at all.
でも超高校
But
級の絶望
I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
いや、そもそも戦場
Maybe we
ムクロ
shouldn't
が
have been thinking of her as
超高校
ultimate
級の
despair in the
絶望
first
だ。
place.
俺が見た戦場ムクロ
After
のプロ
all,
フィール
looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
戦場ムクロは
All it said that she was the ultimate soldier.
確か
But I remember
あの
correctly,
情
the
報
other
の
information
出
came
元は
from
桐桐京子。お前が苗木
Kyoko.
に
That's
教
what
え
he told
た。
Makoto, right?
つまりキリギリッチの情報が
So that means Kyoko got it
そ
wrong.
れじゃあ戦場ムクロって
Then,
何
who
者
was
だ
she?
ったの？
Who was Mokuro Okisaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
普通重要な登場人物が死ぬ場面ってのはもっと描
Usually,
写がま
when
ど
there's
こ
a
しくなる
scene
もの
where
な
an
のに。
important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
つまり重要な登
So
場
you're
人
saying
物
she wasn't
では
an
なかった
important
ということ
character.
戦場ムクロ
She
は
was
俺
mean
た
while
ちと同
she
じ
was the same as
ただの
us.
参加者でし
Just
かなか
another
ったんだよ。
participant.
じゃあ黒幕
Then who's the real mastermind?
やっぱり希望が峰学園の学
It
園
must
長な
have
んじゃ
been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
学園長は関係ない
The headmaster has nothing to do with
だ
it.
が戦場ムクロの情報だって間違っていたんだ。その
But
情
how
報
can
も
we
怪
trust
しいもん
that?
だな。
We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
私の情報は
My information was not wrong.
はいはい今は学級裁判中ですよ
Okay, we're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who did Mukuro is first and
そ
foremost.
れ以外の
Please admit all official parts of Chatter and Chatter as
い
responsible.
いだろう。黒幕の
Alright,
正体を
uncovering the
暴く
identity
の
of the
は後回し
mastermind will have to wait, but remember
だ。
this.
必ずお前の正体を見つけ出してやる。
No matter what
俺
happens,
の
we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
僕はそういう挑発は
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
さて
Now then, just so I'm not really confused, let me say this one more time for the record. The reason we have this class trial is because the murder among the students has taken place.
その点
I'm
は
gonna punch straight into your big old
つ
brains.
まり被害者も犯人も
What you're
生徒の
saying is
誰
that
か
both
と
the
いうこと
victim
だ
and the
な。
culprit are part of the student body.
じゃあ戦
Then
場ムクロ
one of
は
us killed Mukuro?
いや
Wait,
17
no.
人目の高校生が
There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person that's been hiding all
あ
along.
りません参加者は
No.
全部
There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
マジかよ
Seriously, then one of us killed Mukuro.
誰が殺したの？
Who did it? Who was the killer this time?
慌てるな。
Get a hold of yourself. We already narrowed down the list of possible suspects. Huh?
苗木、
So you realize what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
絞られてい
Who the
るよ。
evidence point to?
これだ。
You're Toko and Genocide
殺られ
Jackknife.
てる容疑者って。
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
どうしてそうなるの？
Why do you say that?
いいだろう。
Allow me to explain.
昨日の
Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at the point, there was no dead body there.
つまり
So the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, and Hina and I were in the gym at the entire time.
体育館に
The gym?
俺たち4
That's
人は
right.
体育館
The
で
four of us were,
モノクマの
were
解
there
体作業
trying
に
to
取り掛かって
dismantle
いた。そ
Monokuma.
の間
The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. What of us saying?
俺たち4人にはアリ
And
バ
the
イ
four
が
of us
ある。
all have alibis. The only ones without alibis are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
そういうことだ。
Exactly so.
あのさ、ちょっといいかな。
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
何か反論があるのか？
I'm thinking of raising an
反
objection.
論の前に。
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
好きにしろ。誰か協
Whatever you
力してや
want.
れ。
Somebody go ahead and help him out.
俺は戸上っちと一緒に植物
Me and Byaku can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden
あ
at.
れは夜時間直後
Well, it was after night time for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock.
つまり
So the must have happened after 10 p.m.
そこから死体を
Then
発
I
見
guess
す
we
る
can
ま
say
で
the
の
time
間
frame of the murder has been between then and when we found the body.
でも
Oh, but what time did we find the
鶴
body?
橋を取りに行った深ワッチが最初に死体を見つけたんだ
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? When she went to go get the pickaxe.
これだ。死体を発見したのは
The body must have discovered at 9 a.m. since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe. He's right. It had to be around then.
つまり
So we can totally be sure that the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the
僕
morning.
は昨日夜時間前から寝ちゃってたんだ。だから
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock, but I'm sure I've met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
食堂で私と会ったよね
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah, right around
つ
7:30.
まり
Oh
大
yeah.
ギッチのアリバイがね
I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it. Which means before 7 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi. I think I know where this is going. Yeah.
殺人が起きたと思われる時間帯は夜10時から。
それは違うよ。
I mean, it has to be.
いや、
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to happen way later.
なぜそう
And what makes you say that?
植物庭園のス
Because of the
プリンクラー
sprinklers in the garden.
あのスプリンクラーは
Sprinklers are set off to go right at 7:30 every morning, right?
つまり
So if the body had been in the garden
朝
before
7時
7:30,
あの死体は
then it should have been completely soaked.
ちょっと待ちなさいよ。私はちゃんと覚えてるわよ。
Hold on, I remember this part perfectly.
死体は
The body
濡れてた
was
は
wet,
ず
dripping wet in fact.
深さん、
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong. I'm wrong? How? I saying only the mouth.
下の口がどうとか言うつもり承知しないわよ。そんないやらしいこと。
Toko.
そう
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
スプリンクラーのせいじゃない？
What do you mean?
そうやってスプリンクラーを否定することで私の存在自体を否定するつもりなのね。
By denying the sprinkler, I was trying to deny my entire existence. No, you're totally wacko. If you really wasn't think it wasn't a sprinkler, you'd better tell us why. Yes. It was,
認めないから迷惑なのよ。知らないわよ。待ちなさいよ。私が正しいのよ。
wow, timing.
迷惑なのよ。
2, 3.
知らないわよ。待ちなさいよ。私が正しいのよ。認めないから。私を責めるの。認めないから迷惑なのよ。
Come on.
知らないわよ。待ちなさいよ。私が正しいのよ。
これで証明するよ。
Mm-hmm.
スプリンクラーの
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion and you see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
あの死体って
Top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
もし
The sprinklers got the body wet. Shouldn't the whole body have been wet? So they only got the tip wet. The bottom was completely dry. What a brutal maniac.
もう嫌だよこの人。
I'm so sick of her.
説明を
Let's
続
just
けるよ。
move on.
どうして死
The
体の
reason only the
上
top
半
half
身
was
だ
wet
け
because
あの死体が
while the
燃え
body
た時
was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
じゃあ死体が濡れてたのって
Then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do
そ
it.
して
So the sprinklers didn't get the body wet. And the murder must have taken place
スプリンクラーが作動す
sometimes
る
after the sprinklers turned out at 7:30 in the morning.
殺人が起きたのは朝7時
Which
30分から
means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
でも苗木のアリバイが
But
ないのって
Makoto's alibi was only missing from 7 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
だったら内儀地に犯行は不可能だ
So there's no way Makoto would have done it. I guess you have an alibi after all. Good for you.
そうなるとアリバイがないのはキリギリだけと
In
いう
which
ことだ
case,
な
the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
一つだけ言っておくわ。
I'd just like to say one thing.
私がこ
If
こ
you
で
go to me
処
and
刑
I
され
die
た
here,
ら
the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
つまりお前は犯
So you're
人では
saying
ないと
you're
いう
not the
当
culprit?
然でしょ。
Of course I'm
私が
not.
犯人なんだ。
I have no reason to kill
こ
anyone.
れは黒幕の
It's a
罠
trap
な
that the
の。
mastermind has laid for us.
黒幕の罠
A trap? A trap?
この頃を読んで僕のせいにす
Well,
る
this finds the game, and now you decide to blame me.
苦しいよ
Stop wasting time, stop wasting energy. You really think your little tricks kinda work.
お前は黙っていろ
Shut up, you.
はい黙ってまーす
There you got it, boss. Shutting up now.
キリギリ
Anyway,
お前には
Kyoko, you
戦場
actually did
の
have a
苦労
reason
す
to
る
kill her.
動機
Huh? She
キ
did?
リギリは
She
戦場
thought
の
Mokoro
苦
was
労
ultimate despair.
超
In
高
other
校
words,
級の絶望
the
と
mastermind behind everything.
だからこ
So
そ
she killed her to try and put a stop to all of this.
全てを終わらせようと
Isn't
した
that
んじゃ
right,
なく
Kyo?
だが実
You
際は
made
違
one
う
catastrophic mistake. Mokoro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were
キリ
forced,
ギリにとって
we
は
were
予
forced
想
into
外
another
とも言
trial,
える
something I'm sure you weren't all expecting.
それがキリギリ
So, that was her motive?
動機があ
She had a motive and no alibi. Well then, it's pretty clear that Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
アリバイがないのは私だけじゃない。
I'm not the only one without an alibi.
Daihiko no
Makoto's
alibi
explanation is still
was
insufficient. Insufficient.
死体がスプリンクラーで濡れていないからって殺人
Oh yeah.
が朝7時30分以降に起きたとは言い切れない。
Oh, it's clicked in my head. sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did. Well, why are you? Because you say there's a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
面白い。
現場にあったあるものを死体にかぶせれば
Yeah. Or take for something the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
これだ。もしかして
You're talking about the top, aren't
気
you?
づいたみたいね
We catch on quick.
そう
You're right, all you'd have to do is cover the body with the top and that take care of the water. In fact, exactly what the killer did.
あのビニール
The
シート
bottom
の
on the
汚れ
truck
方が
can
そ
attest
れ
to
を
that.
ビニールシートの
Only
片
one
面
side
だ
of
け
the
が
top
汚れ
got
ていた
dirty,
のは
because that's the
そ
side
の
that
面
covered
が
in
スプリン
water.
クラーを浴びた逆に
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the top to keep the body from getting soaked.
死体が
そこまでして死体が
But
濡
why
れる
would
の
they
を
go
防い
into
だ
all
理
the
由
effort
は
just to keep the body from
お
getting
そら
wet?
く殺人が起きた時間帯
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us. Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? I can't think about that right now. The top was used the way Kyoko said. The top must have touched the body, right? Body.
いや
Wait, something's not right.
何おかしい
Did I miss something? No. And what might that be? Can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer.
「犯人は死体にビニールシートをかぶせることで死体が濡れないようにしたのよ
じゃあビニールシートが片面だけ汚れてたのは
Ah?
犯人は死体に死体が濡れないように
じゃあビニールシートが片面だその面がスプリンクラーを浴び
Near
たせいか
sheet.
でもそのビニールシートの裏面は少しも汚れてなかったよね。
そっちはスプリンクラーを浴びてねえからな死体に面してただけだから綺麗なままで当然だべ
Hey, let's
それ
go.
は違うよ。やっぱり
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
だってさ、
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
触ると汚れる危険性がある。
Byakuya said it himself, not to touch you, or you might get some on you.
そんな死体
She
に
put
ビ
the
ニー
top
ル
on
シ
her
ートを
body in
か
that
ぶせ
state.
た
It absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
犯人が洗ったんじゃね
Well, maybe the blood culprit washed it, so nobody would know they used it.
それなら両面を洗い流すはずだ
Should have gotten
片面だけ
given
洗
him
っ
the
た
right
ところ
voice.
で隠したことに
If they had, no, wrong voice again. Ah. If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing one side wouldn't hide anything.
そりゃまあ
Oh, yeah, true.
そもそもその時
More
の死
than
体の
that.
血自体が
Why if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage? Huh? The blood was camouflage?
つまり犯
What
人
if,
はビニール
after the
シ
killer
ート
used
と
the
スプリ
top
ン
to
クラー
avoid
を
the
死体の上から
sprinklers,
偽物の
then
血を
they
まいた
then
んじゃ
covered
ない
the
か
body
し
in
ら
blood that didn't belong to the victim?
偽物
You
の
mean
血って
someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
わかった保健室の行
I
用
know,
の
they
血
could
じ
have
ゃねえ
grabbed some of the
か
blood packs from the nurse's office.
前に山田っちが死んだふりをした時あい
That's
つ
what
は
Hifumi did
血を
tonight
使ってた
when he
はずだべ
pretended to be dead.
いいえ今回
No,
の
that's
殺
not what
人
happened
で
this
犯
time.
人
They
は
got
現場の
blood
植
from
物庭園
right
か
there in
ら
the garden. Chicken.
これだ。もしかしたら鶏の血？
Could it have been chicken blood?
ニワト
Niwatori. Tori's blood? What? Chicken blood?
事件前
When
に
I checked
植
the
物
chicken
庭園
coop
の
before
飼
the
育
murder,
小
they
屋を
would
見た
have
と
chickens.
事件後には
But after the
4
murder,
羽
there
に
were only 4.
つまり
So you're saying someone
犯人は
killed the
鶏
chicken
を
and
殺
then
して
covered the body
そ
with
の
his
血を
blood?
なんつう
Man, that's messed up.
そんなことで生き物を殺
Killing
すなん
a
てひ
living
どい
thing
よ
just to do something
どう
like
せだ
that
った
is
ら
awful.
私が食
They
べた
should
の
have
に
at least eaten it.
犯人がわざわざ現場から血を調達したのは
I wonder if
自
they
分が
had to
歩
get
き
the
回
blood
る
from the
姿
scene so
を
they
目
wouldn't be
撃され
spotted
たこと
walking
に
around.
実
Anyway,
際に
there's no
鶏が
denying
減っ
that
て
the
いる
chicken
こと
went
が
missing, which
今の
provides the
推
basis
理
for
に
my
と
theory.
だとしても
Perhaps.
少々引っかか
But
る
even so, I need to turn this right. there's one thing that still doesn't make sense.
犯人はビニールシートでスプリンクラーをやり過ごし、その後で偽
Yeah,
物
come
の
on.
血をまいたんだな。
What? Let me try this. You said the carpet used the top to avoid the water, and then covered the body in blood, right?
だが死
But
体
if
の
that's
上
the
から
case,
血をま
then
い
the
たな
blood
ら
should have
周
soaked
辺
into
の
the ground
床にも
around the
血が
body.
流れてしまう。あの時の死体は違ったぞ。血で汚れていたのは死体の服だけだった。
I need to find a more comfortable place to put my mic on. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it.
周辺の
The
床
ground
は
was completely clean.
確かに周辺の床が全く汚れていないのは変ね。
I have to agree, that certainly is strange.
だとしたら
Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the
犯人
scene.
はその場で血を
Maybe
ま
they
いた
covered the coat in blood beforehand.
前もった白衣に血を。
They covered it
あ
beforehand?
なたたちが発見した
When you
時に
discovered the
して
body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would? No. I don't think so. No. No.
いや
Wait, no. That was through the neck hole. But the arms weren't in the sleeves.
じゃあ
Then that settles it.
ごめん。話
Sorry,
に
I'm
ついて
having
い
a
け
tough
てないん
time
だけど
keeping up.
どう決ま
What
ったの
settles what?
つまり
Here's what
殺人が
happened.
起きた
The
の
murder took place
ス
before
プ
the
リンクラー
sprinkler
が
was
作
on
動
top.
するよそれなのに
But the body didn't
死
get
体が
wet
濡れな
because
か
the
っ
killer
たの
covered
は
it with the top.
犯人が死体にビニールシートをかぶせたからそして
Then later, at the same time the killer was getting up the top, he pulled the coat over the body, the coat that already covered in blood.
犯人は
A
これら
series of
一連の
cover-ups meant to
偽装
disguise the
工
actual
作を
time
行
the
うこと
murder
で
occurred.
殺人は
Do you want us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off at 7:30 a.m.?
確かに
That's actually, if that's actually what take place, certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
だけどさ
But
その
to pull all that off,
スプリンクラー
wouldn't
が
they
終わ
have
っ
to
た
go
後
back
に
to the garden
植
after
物
the
庭園に
sprinklers
行か
turned
な
off?
くちゃ
大した時間はかからない
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult. Huh?
ビニールシートを
They
回
already
収
had the
した
coat ready, so they just had to grab the top and pull the coat over the body.
大した時間
Could
は
be
かから
done
な
in
い
no time.
それは
Maybe, but
朝
still.
比奈さんは食堂で苗木くんと会った後彼と一緒に行動したの
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on? I think so.
うんうん私は先に体育館に行ってて
I don't remember
苗
that
木は
part.
後から遅れて
Oh
きたんだ
no,
よ
I headed off to the gym and Makoto didn't show up till later.
じゃあそ
Then
の
you
くらい
had
の
plenty
時
of
間
time
的
to
余
spare,
裕は
wouldn't you say? That's not.
不可能とは言い切れ
Don't
ない
bother
はず
saying it's not possible.
どうやらキリギリの言う通りのようだ。
I must admit,
苗木のアリバイ
Kyoko's
は
reasoning
不
is
十分
sound.
だ。
Makoto's alibi is inadequate. And suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? Don't understand.
さてと、
Well
売り
then,
出しに
looks like
戻
we're
った
back to square one.
苗木のアリバイ
Makoto's
が不
alibi is
十
no
分とな
good,
る
so once again the suspects are him and Kyoko.
リアルな話どっ
Serious
ちが
man.
犯人だべ
Which one of them did it?
よっしゃ思い切って
Hey,
上に
why don't we
任
look
せ
at
っ
the
か
side?
二分の
Let's
一の
flip a
確
coin.
率だし
50-50 odds. Oh,
だろナイスアイディアだべ
see. Pretty good idea, right?
そうじゃなくて
No, not
と
that.
思い出
I
し
just
ちゃったんだ
remembered
けど
something super serious.
なんだ
Well, those just aren't there. Both of it.
あのさ現場に
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
ああ爆発前の死体に刺さってた
The
やつ
one
だ
we
べ
found stuck in the body before it exploded. Alright. Wait, before it exploded,
モノ
right?
クマファイルによると
According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through from front to back.
で
So,
そのナイフがどうした
what
あ
about
の
it?
ナイフどこか
I'm
で
pretty
見
sure
た
I'd
気
seen
がしてた
that
んだ
knife somewhere before.
それを
That's why I thought when
思い
I
出
first
しち
saw
ゃ
it,
っ
I
たん
just
だ
remembered. Hmm.
私が
It's the knife we gave to Makoto.
驚かないとい
You
うこ
don't seem
とは
surprised.
とっく
You
に
must have
気づいて
noticed
いる
earlier. Yeah.
だったら
Then why did you hide
なぜ
that
隠した
fact?
隠してたわけじゃないんだ
It's not that I hid it, it's just... Couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. Thought maybe I really did kill her.
怪しい
Suspicious.
怪しすぎるべ
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed.
死体に刺さってた
The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto.
こりゃもう間違い
I'm
ね
totally
えべ
convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced. Setting everything up till now, I should be able to make it out clear how to prove that I didn't murder anyone, not the killer. This is not looking great. This is not looking great.
あの死体に刺さってたナイフってさ、私が苗木に預けたナイフよ。やっぱりそうだよね。
あのナイフを持って、つまり犯人は苗木っち。
ナイフを預かってたからってどうして僕が犯人ってことになるの？
だってナイフの傷が致命傷だろ。だったら間違いねえべ。おめえがあのナイフでブスリとやったんだ。
苗木誠を恐ろしい男に。あの死体に刺さってたナイフ、私が苗木に預けたな。やっぱりそうだよね。
あのナイフを持つ、つまり犯人は苗木。
ナイフを預かってたからってどうして僕が犯人ってことになるの？
だってナイフの傷が致命傷だろ。
しまった。
Brain. Don't hurt me now.
あの死体に刺さってたナイフってさ、
What do you mean the disguise part?
私が苗木に預けたナイフよ。
Oh, I didn't want to use it now. Not here. I want to do this. Okay. Disguise, yeah.
つまり犯人は苗木。
ナイフを預かってた。どうして僕が犯人？
だってナイフの傷が致命傷。
Let's go.
それは違うよ。
Yeah, I was sure that the knife was what killed her.
そもそも
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. It should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
嘘だべ。さっきは
Guys, we never talked about what killed her.
思い出してよ。
No, don't you remember? Killer covered the dead body with a tarp and then put the bloody coat on it. In other words, the victim never wore that bloodstained coat until after they were dead.
それがどうした。
Okay, fine, so
だから
what?
さ、僕たちが死
So
体を
when
発
we
見した
discovered
時
the body,
ナイフは
the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body,
死んだ後に
meaning she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point.
致命傷になるわけないんだ。
Obviously, the stab wound isn't what killed her.
同じ箇所を2回刺した可能性は。
Maybe you stabbed her twice.
殺す時と。
Once to kill her, once to cover it up.
これだ。
Single time, yeah.
モノクマファイルに書いてあったはずだ
The
よ。
Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
そうだ。
Oh yeah, sure it did. Totally forgot about that.
あの
Then the knife was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
きっと
Probably stabbed her to draw attention from what actually killed her.
その後死
Throw
体
the
が
body
爆破され
afterwards
た
were probably meant to do the same thing.
あの爆破のせいで
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. Because all the killers attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
死体発見時
So
に
they
ナイフ
wanted
の
us to
傷を
notice
印
the
象
stab
付
wound
けて
and
お
then
き
detonated the body
そう
afterward.
するこ
They
と
meant
で
for us to latch onto the
最
knife
初の
as
印
the
象
cause
だ
of
けを
death
残し
and
た
destroy
の
any
は
evidence proving
Sure.
otherwise.
ちょっといい？
Oh hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but
結局
what's the deal with the explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up on a sudden like that?
初めに頭を
If you
働
bothered to
かせ
put
ろ
all that lump of grey matter between your ears to use, you know the answer.
だったら教えて
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
教えてやんべ。
It's only based on unknown quantum particle constant atomic level span tiny use
自然発火したんだ。
Sure.
それだけは違う。
Might be dumb.
確実に言える
Even
よ。
but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
苗に
Go
答え
ahead,
てやれ
Makoto. Tell her, or we won't make any headway on this.
これだ。爆発の後
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right?
この破片
A
が
fragment of it is the cause of the explosion.
それってどこ
You
か
know,
で見た
I
よ
feel like I've seen something like it before, somewhere before.
見覚えがあって
It
当
was only
然
natural
だ
because
よ。
of course.
モノクマを解体した時に
We saw the same thing when we dismantled
あの
Monokuma.
爆弾の破
It's
片なん
part of
だ
a bomb.
じゃあ
Oh, the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
ともかく
Anyway,
これで犯人の
Corpus
目
motive is
的は
becoming
明
more
ら
and
か
more
に
obvious by the
犯
minute.
人は
They
ナイ
wanted
フ
the
の
knife
傷を
wound to
致
look
命
like the
傷に
fake
見せ
injuries
かけることで
we'd suspect Mark.
そんなことを
I'm the
して
only one who would
得を
benefit
す
from
る
the
人
that.
もう一人の
He's
容
the
疑者
only
で
other possible suspect.
ギリギリ
You,
強
Kyoko.
ちょっと待って
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
なんだ
What is the
い
problem?
やもう少し慎重に
Why
話し
does
合っ
this
た方
feel
がいい
like?
と
We
思うん
need
だ
to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
そうだね。
That's true.
確かに
You're
気に
definitely
なるか
bugging
も。
me. What really killed her?
まあいいだろ
Fine, I have no problem with that. Let's just continue the debate.
どうせ
Won't change the fact of the
結末には変わ
case
り
regardless. We need to determine what action will ultimately kill the victim. I need to concentrate.
Then では議論を続けるぞ。被害者の致命傷がはっきりしていないんだったな。
あの爆発は致命傷じゃないんだよね。
当然だべ。爆発があったの。
ナイフも関係ないのよね。だとすると他に怪しいのって。
モノクマファイルによると、そうだ、後頭部に殴られた跡があったんだ。
しまった。
では議論を続けるぞ。被害者の致命傷がはっきりしていないんだったな。
あの爆発は致命傷じゃないんだよね。
Come on.
当然だべ。
ナイフも関係ない。だとすると他に怪しいの。
Timing.
モノクマ、そうだ、後頭部に殴られた跡があったんだ。
それ以外にもこの全身に無数の傷があったらしいぞ。
Wait.
では議論を続けるぞ。被害者の致命傷がはっきりしていないんだったな。
あの爆発は致命傷じゃないんだ。
当然だべ。
ナイフも関係ないのよね。だとすると他に
モノクマファイルに、そうだ、後頭部に殴られた跡があったんだ。
それ以外にもこの全身に無数の傷があったらしいぞ。
しまった。
I need to see the Monokuma file again.
では議論を続けるぞ。被害者の致命傷がはっきりしていないんだったな。
あの爆発は致命傷じゃないんだよね。
Oh, come on.
当然だべ。
ナイフも関係ないのよね。
Oh,
だ
come
とす
on.
ると他に怪しいのって。
モノクマファイルによると、そうだ、後頭部に殴られた跡があったんだ。
Oh. Brain.
しまった。
では議論。被害者の致命傷がはっきりしていないんだったな。
しまった。
I need to be able to see this
では議論を続け
again.
るぞ。被害者の致命傷がはっきりしていないんだ。
あの爆発は致命傷じゃないんだよね。
しまった。
Several days on. Thick as a metal pipe. I think that's...
Oh, 僕たちはここで諦めたりしないぞ。
Ah, got the 4 10. Nice. Brain, brain, brain. Come on.
では議論を続けるぞ。被害者の致命傷がはっきりしていないんだったな。
It's not that.
しまった。
Little injury.
では議論。被害者の致命傷がはっきりしてい。
あの爆発は致命傷じゃないんだよね。
Oh, come on.
当然だべ。
ナイフも関係ないのよね。だとすると他に怪しいのって。
モノクマファイルによると、
Anyone watching, if you
後
can
頭部
help,
に殴
please.
られた跡があったんだ。
しまった。
では議論を続ける。被害者の致命傷がはっきりしていないんだったな。
あの爆発は致命傷じゃないんだよね。
当然だべ。
ナイフも関係ないのよ。だとすると他に怪しいの。
モノクマファイルに、そうだ、後頭部に殴られた跡があったんだ。
それ以外に
全身に無数の傷があったらしいぞ。では議論を続けるぞ。被害者の致命傷がはっきりしていないんだ。
Yeah, that's an awkward way to say it.
戦場ムクロの致命傷
Mukuro
は
died because of the blow to the back of the head she
全身
suffered.
の無数の傷って
How about the wounds all over the rest of the body? Didn't have anything to do with it?
ファイルに言うと
The Komurukuma said makes it clear that those weren't fresh
古
wounds.
傷じゃ関係
Yeah, good point. They were old, I guess they don't really matter. Do they?
では間違いないな。
Should have checked for
あ
rigor
いつの
mortis.
致命傷は後頭部
Okay,
の
then
殴
we're
打
safe in assuming the blow to the back of the head is what killed her. But then, what was the murder weapon?
モノクマファイルには鉄パイプ程度の太さの
The
棒状の
Monokuma
も
file
ので
says she was
殴
hit
ら
with
れ
a
た
blunt object about as thick as a metal pipe.
ってことはツルハシだな。
That's my first thought as well. Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
どうしてそうなるのよ。ツルハシで殴ったら王だどころか頭蓋骨粉砕よ。
Arrows. How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it cave this cut in
きっ
completely.
とツルハシを逆に持って持ち手の柄の部分で殴ったんだ
Well,
ね。
maybe they hit the other way and hit her with the handle.
無理よ。重さのバランスが悪い。
No way. The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
なんなら
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
さてはおめえ間違ったふり
No,
して金
no
属の
thanks.
方で殴
I'll
る
bet you
つ
just
もり
hit
だ
me
な
with the metal and then call it an accident.
その後あんたの
I'd love to scoop out that nasty vein of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
気が合うな。
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
合ってるのそれ。
Seriously?
凶器ならすでに見つかっている
You
ぞ。
want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
見つかったんですか。さすがは白夜様。
We already know. I knew we could count on you, Master.
なんだべ。
So what was
大
it?
義答えてやれ。お前に
Go
も
ahead
分か
and
ってい
tell
る
them.
はずだ。
Go ahead and tell them,
この事
Makoto.
件の本当
Surely
の
you've
凶
the
器
do use the real murder weapon. Words. Taka 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 taka. Clear, clear.
これだ。戦場ムクロの
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that was killed her.
武道場の
And
ロ
that
ッカーに
something
見つけた
was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
ジュラルミン製の矢。犯人はそれで戦場ムクロを
ジュラルミン
殴ったんか。
An arrow. That's what the culprits attacked Mukuro with?
ああ、間違いない。
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
そうなのか
Are
な。
you sure? That sounds kinda weird.
ちょっとあんた白夜様に
Hey,
口答え
how
なんて
dare you backtalk, Master?
100
You
万
have
年
no
のや
right.
だって気になる
I'm
の
not
が仕方
backtalking
ないじゃん。
anything. I'm just saying what I think. Don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Secret? I need to take a small break.
武道場のロッカーにあったジュラルミン製の矢、間違いない。あれが凶器だ。
本当にそうなのか。
何を気にしてんだ。
だってモノクマファイルには凶器は鉄パイプ程度の太さの棒状のものってあるよ。嫌だと細すぎると思うんだけど。
Let's go.
それは違うよ。
Big brain time.
確かに嫌だ
You're
け
right.
ど
Just
細
the
すぎ
one
る。
arrow would have been too weak. Ah, that's where the blood
犯
comes
人
in.
はもう一つ
That's why the killer used another
も
weapon.
う一つの凶器。
Another weapon?
武道場のロッカ
Inside
ー
the
の
dojo
中
locker,
に
we also
は
find
丸
a
められ
board
た
of
ガムテー
walled
プ
off
もあっ
duct
たん
tape.
だ。きっと犯人は
Killer
この
probably
ガム
used
テー
this
プを
duct
使って
tape to bind the multiple
ジュラルミン
arrows
製
together.
の矢をガムテープ
Holding
で
them
束ね
together
る
using
こ
the
と
duct
によって
tape would easily
鉄パイ
create
プ
a
程度
single
の太さ
weapon
の
as
凶
thick
器を
as a
作っ
pipe.
てそれを凶器として
That's
使ったん
exactly
だ。
what the killer did.
3本の矢の教えと同じね。
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together and they could become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
残酷な話。
Nah, that's harsh.
誤解を聞いてない。
How is that harsh? Wait, even
と
listening?
にかくこれで凶器も分かった
That
はずだ。
explains the murder weapon.
そしてそれらの
Spoke
凶器
who
を
the
武道
culprit
場のロッカーに
stash
隠した
weapon in the
犯
dojo
人
locker.
とキリギリ京子。
It was you,
お前なんだ。
Kyoko.
私は武道場なんかに
I've
行っ
never
てな
been
い
to the dojo.
いや、お前は
Oh
間
no,
違いな
you
く武道
absolutely
場。
ど
have.
うして言い切れるの。
How can you say that with such confidence?
もちろん証拠
Because
が
we
あ
have
るから
proof, of course.
そうだ
Don't
よ
we,
な
Makoto?
それは
Oh,
どうした
what's the
ま
matter?
さか犯人をかばうつもりじゃないだろうな
Surely, you don't intend to protect a murder.
そんなことをして
You know
どう
what
な
would
るか
happen if you do,
分かってる
don't
の
you?
もしお前がかばった人物が犯人だったら 俺たちの
The
全員
death
の
of us
死
all.
なんだぞ
Remember?
もちろん分か
Of
ってる
course I
だ
remember.
ったらお前の手で示してやれ
Show everyone the evidence that
キリギリが
proves
武道場
Kyoko
に
went
行
to
った
the
し
dojo. Taka 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 taka.
これだキリギリさんが
The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here.
道場のロッカーの鍵だよ
The key to the dojo locker.
そんなものがどうして証
And
拠
how
に
does
な
that
る
prove
の
anything?
これが
Because
キリギリさんの部屋
found
に
in your
落ち
room.
てる
私の部屋に
It was in my room.
とぼけても無駄だ
Don't bother trying to play dumb.
それにこの
That
鍵
can
だ
use
け
the
じゃない
final piece of the
アリ
puzzle.
バイの件
Your
も動機
non-existent
の件も
alibi. Your clear
苗
motive.
木に罪を
Your
なすり
attempts
つけ
to
るため
frame
の
Makoto
偽
for
装
the
工
crime.
それらの
This
全
all
てが
proves
お
that
前
you
が
are
犯
the
人
true
だと示してい
culprit.
る
You can't explain this away.
諦
You
め
just
る
give up.
ちょっと待って
Hold on a second.
またか
Not this again.
お前は
Really
どうし
hard
ても
that
キリ
set
ギ
on
リをか
defending
ばっ
her
い
art.
や
No, it's not that I
そういう
want
こと
to
じゃなくて
defend her. It's just,
キリギリさんに聞かな
there's
くちゃ
one
いけな
more
いこと
thing I need to ask her.
キリギリさん教えてほしいんだ
I want you to tell me something.
昨日の夜
Last night,
キリギリさん
you were in my
僕の
room,
部屋にいて
weren't you?
あの時何があったの
Why? Why were you doing that?
それを
That's what I need to know.
私はあなたを助けただけよ
I was just protecting you.
Eh?
What? You what, mate? She was protecting me? And does that mean she knew I was being attacked? I was being attacked. She came to my rescue. That'd be when. Which means that Kyoko. She killed someone. For me?
もういいだろう無駄話は終わりだ
Time for adult chat is
そ
over.
ろそろ
The
結論
verdict
を出
is
そう
close at hand.
ちょっと待って
Wait,
間違わない
I'm warning you, don't make this
私
mistake.
は犯人じゃない
I'm not the killer.
まさか
I
お
knew
前
you
の
were
往生
stubborn,
際
but
が
this
そ
is
こ
just
まで
getting
悪いと
ridiculous.
だけど私が犯人じゃないってことは
I should know better than anyone
あ
I
なた
didn't do
も
it.
そうでしょ
Can you tell me I'm wrong?
俺がだと
I should know. You what? Ryoko should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Because the key was taken from her.
今の言葉は
どういうそのままの意味よ私が犯人じゃないということあなたが一番よく知っているはず
戸上っち
白夜様が私に
キリギリお前が犯人ではないあるとでも言うのか
さっきのあなたたちの推理だ私は武道場のロッカーに証拠を書くその鍵を自分の部屋に置いたらしいわね本当に私にそんなことができたのかしら
今の言葉は
どういうそのままの意味よ私が犯人じゃないということあなたが一番よく知っているはず
戸上っち
白夜様が私に隠し事
キリギリお前が犯人ではなあるとでも言うのか
さっきのあなたたちの推理だ私は武道場のロッカーに証拠を隠しその鍵を
自分の部屋に置いたらしいわね
Ah, that's not what I wanted to do.
今の言葉は
そのままの私が犯人じゃないというあなたが一番
戸上っち
白夜様が
キリギリ
Hi.
お前があるとでも言うのか
Why?
さっきのあなたたちの推理だ私は武道場のロッカーに証拠を隠しその鍵を
自分の部屋に置いたらしいわね
本当に私にそんなことができたのかしら
今の言葉は
どういうそのままの意味よ私が犯人じゃないとあなたが一番よく知っているはず
戸上っち
白夜様が私に隠し事するわけないじゃない
キリギリ
お前のは
Weird
それは違うよ
way of taking that logic.
キリギリさん
I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her
自
room.
分の部屋に入れなかった
Huh?
って
Why
だ
not?
って
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
そうか
I
そうい
see.
うことか
So that's what he meant.
俺が
And if I had the key to your room,
鍵を持ってない私は
then obviously I had
自
no
分
way
の
of
部屋
getting
に
in.
つまり
Without my room key,
自分の部屋に
I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself.
そうでしょ
Am I wrong?
確かに
It
そうなるな
would appear not.
やっと分かってく
Can
れ
you
た
finally starting to understand? Oh, it's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. Yes. This just isn't like her. Try and save herself with such a desperate lie. She really feels that threatened? Because she is the killer? Or is there something else? Is there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? Mastermind's trap. Someone's trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I? Mastermind's trap. Victim was Mukuro. Kyoko killed her. Does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. The only one who can expose it. Who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? Mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. You know the danger. If that's a risk in solving the mystery, you have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? Decide right here and right now. What is it? You can't catch me! So do I.
今のキリギリさんの
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
そうだと
A lie.
そうだよね
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
そう
You said it. The burden of proof is on you.
聞かせてもらうわよ
Let's hear it. Where's this lie then? Kyoko is definitely lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth he wants to keep hidden.
私の部屋の鍵は戸上君に預けたままだったわ間違いないわよね
確かにその通りだ
つまり私は自分の部屋には入れなかったのね
それは
I'm not quite sure how that works, but let's see.
いや
No,
キリギリさ
Kyoko
んが
could
自
have
分の部
gotten
屋に
into her
入れ
room.
たそれは
Said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko? Oh yeah. Ah, yeah. Actually, to be precise, not quite. I use Monokuma's secret tool which can open any lock in the school. What?
モノクマの秘密
Monokuma's secret
キリ
tool?
ギリさんが学園
Kyoko stole it from the
教
headmaster
室から盗
room.
み出した
It lets you get into any room in the school, which means you could have used it to get into her own room.
どうやら
Then I guess that's it.
認めるんだな自分の
You're
罪
giving
を
up just like that. You admit to killing.
私は
No,
自分の
I'm simply
負けを認めた
recognizing that I lost.
どういう意味
Why are you talking
た
about?
とえ罠だとして
Like I said, this was a
その
trap,
罠から抜け出せ
and
な
I
かっ
wasn't
た
able to escape it.
私の
So I
そう
lost.
いう意味
That's all this means. Huh?
もしかしたら
Then are you saying you really didn't?
本当に
Kyoko, you really
犯人じゃん
aren't the killer?
はいタイムアップです
Okay, time's up.
Huh?
残念だけど時間切れ
I'm so excited with you timed up all on all this. The classroom, the splash ride is all over.
だそれだけど since when does any?
ギリギリさんが遅刻したせいだよそのせいで時間が押してんの
It's because you're late. So the charm, stop late and time out.
というわけ
So
で
the decide for all things after talking. Everyone, please all these in leaving front of you. Unless you already know who's back in this surgery.
うっぷうっぷ
What is it? Where will this bring us?
ぷぷぷぷぷ
Good job, you got it right. Haha, brilliant, right?
You got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko!
スペシャルな
I'll prepare the exclusive announcement this time. Is everyone ready? Okay then. Let's do everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Okay.
Game over. Kyoko has been found guilty. Time for the punishment.
I'm not satisfied either. And that's how the class trial of Mokuro Ikosaba came to an end. Still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent or, regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me, just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mokuro's class trial. In the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. You what? Peace, but only inside the school. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. Hope. Hope? This is hope? No, this isn't right. Did I hit a bad end? Huh?
苗木、何をぼーっとしている。
Makoto, why are you saying off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim? Her claim? Oh, that's right. I have to. Do I expose Kyoko's lie or not? Huh. I guess I have to go with this now. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind trap that Kyoko mentioned. Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it? I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, and that was someone else. But who else could it be? I mean, Byuka had a room key, right? Ew! What are you trying to imply? Well, of course, I have an alibi. From night time on, I was with you guys the entire time. Couldn't possibly have killed anyone. I put the key in Kyoko's room. Well, someone had to put the key in here. There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, and once they arrived at the scene, they sent it to find it there. What? It had to be Makoto. It had to be Makoto, right? Don't see any other option. Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case. A hidden side.
そもそもこの学級
First
裁
of
判
all,
自体
there's
がおか
something
しいん
off
だ
about
よ
this entire trial.
みんな
You
だ
all
って
see it, don't you?
正体不明だった
Look
戦
at
場
her,
袋
who
が
didn't
急
even
に
know
死
it
体で
suddenly
現れ
shows up dead, and then we're
しか
thrown
も
into
そ
our
の学級
trial.
スタッフに
And Kyoka
ケイ
even
ミさんも
said
言ってただろ
it's a trap to the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to
きっ
be.
とこれは
はいタイムアップです
What? Yeah, I don't need to read.
Okay, time's up.
時
Time's
間
up.
切
Well, that's all. Everyone can stop talking now.
なんだよ
What?
時間
Time's up?
どういうことタイムアップなんてお
What
か
do
し
you
い
mean time's up? There is no time's up. Since when we have we...
ギリギリさんが遅刻したせい
投票
Whoa.
タイム
So then it's time for voting time. Okay, everyone, please vote using the link in front of you.
Voting time. Well then, how would this... Okay. So that's definitely not the bad end. But then... More coins, nice.
さて投票の
Now, hold this yours in a second. Will you make the right choice or did I feel the wrong one?
ちょっと
Hey, hold on!
さあ
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Well then... What? Think I'm the killer? So...
ごめん
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. Got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Good job, everyone.
Good job?
Yeah, they got it right.
No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense.
キラーン
Yes.
It's the same as always, just like all the other flash drives. I'm gonna end it the same way.
ワクワク
Time for a hard pounding, positively cruel punishment.
Wait, why do I... Kyoko,
許してもらおうとは思わないわ
I don't expect you to forgive me.
すべて
I know it's all
私
my
の
fault. Kyoko?
では張り切
Let's get everything we got. It's punishment time.
Okay.
Game over. Makoto has been found guilty. Time for the punishment.
Of course it's the same. Oh no. Hello. It's perfect mirror of Kyoko. It's like they used basically the same animation mode, just changed the texture. Oh! Wait, if that doesn't kill me.
あれあれ
Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on?
Hey, what's that? Yeah, it had to be.
これは
After we go.
After we go? There's some kind of stupid virus from that stupid guy. He must have passed it when he made my network. Knew it. Thanks all to her. I don't believe this.
どうやら
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
なんだよ。
What was that?
つまり
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have estimated us.
Why are you talking like you already won? Ready for the thing? It was a pinch, an itch. Stupid virus is gone now, right? And so is Marco. He got in the national flat. But you're never gonna see him again. Was the way ended up was string bit. In a way, that's even more than special punishment.
うぷっぷ。
But still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. So I'm gonna bring the spare the rest of you. Bring the spare the entire world.
I can never keep track of where I am in these things. You see, come on. Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? So what the hell is going on?
落ち着いて
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
つま
Huh?
り
Now the mastermind that's ensnared.
なんだと
What are you talking about?
それ
You'll
は
understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Wait, what? The massive high school towers all up over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands on the center of the entire world. Hawks Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hawks Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend. You need to attend the school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. I don't know how much I should read of this. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. That was fast. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. Wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but why was I doing a sleep here just now? There wasn't any classroom I'd ever been to before. What the heck is going on? Finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then, I was awake. Oh, was this just another dream? Dream inside the hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell, cause the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern, with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high across all the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. Heck of a situation to find myself in. That was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck here till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what happened. Alter Ego saved me. He used up the last bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First I was to start looking for a way out of here. First of all, this is familiar. This is a desk, probably the one that fell down here with me. That's a rocket, an attack. Better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Is that an airplane? Or something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here is gonna be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink, and which ones are all around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. Can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed, and all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. Like a key. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. The crunch. What the? A strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, a pile of garbage softened and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell up above. What could have been? Let's look through trash, shall we? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? Carefully stretched my hand toward wherever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
ちょっと
Giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
ひどい匂いね
I wish I could clip, but I don't think I can. Oh! Pace, please work. No! I can't clip. This place smells awful. Kyoko! You look like you're doing better than expected. What are you doing here?
それは
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, and then faced me again.
ね
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. Snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth, making its way toward my stomach. Whew, they really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
うーん
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Kyoko, would you come to rescue me?
それは
Pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone?
あなたは
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So, you knew that I knew.
ええ
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
私は
I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
だけど
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive, no matter the cost. Why do you have to survive?
そうね
I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
つまり
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope Speak Academy for one very important reason.
ええ
That's right, at least I did once.
私は
Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. Forgot, but that's... Amnesia. Then, is it really true? You lost your memory.
苗木くん
Do you remember, Makoto? You remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? First thing? Talking about when we fainted, right? Fainted when I woke up. I was trapped here.
そうよ
Fainted too when I woke up. I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
どうやら
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and why I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But why would you make you forget all that?
ね
Strange, isn't it? Hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory
え
because...
そうよ
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because what my purpose of my ability? Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them for you?
でも
And it could also mean somehow memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind, which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating myself, but things by myself this whole time. Well, if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
なんで
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
そう
I don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind is one of us. She believed that. And of course she couldn't tell anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
でも
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself. This is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Intuition was right though. There's no way ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
僕は
I understand.
知っている。僕は
I should understand
全
everything.
部僕の目的はここから出ることじゃない。
So, I am going to have to take a small break. I really want to keep going this because I'm too invested now. But my goal isn't to get out of here.
ここに
It's
残ることなんだ。
to stay here. Oh wait. Da, 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 da. It's just like that dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
ね
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
ね
Even though I still trust you, you know? I'm not used to relying on others.
そう
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think there's just her personality. You said you had a reason for doing all that investigation on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
それは
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability.
私は
My ability. What everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Bug. The ultimate detective?
そう
And the reason I came to Hope Speak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone. Who?
それは
Well, it was the headmasters of Hope Speak Academy. The headmaster? Why do you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
つまり
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Yoko's dad? Is Hope's Peak a headmaster? And that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. Wait, that wasn't supposed to be a thought. By the way. Ah, yeah.
私は必ず
Ah.
私は
And maybe I hadn't come back at that point, but always when he said that, I felt strange. Makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose of coming here was to find him. That makes sense. But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I said, well, I felt based on what scene struck me into headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
それは
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess. The desk drawers were dumped on the floor. The only conclusion that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
そうね
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, decided to investigate the second floor of the domes using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Is this some kind of map?
ええ
Tele of the entire Hope Speaker Academy. Found it in the headmaster's room along with Mokoro's profile and that key. I showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. Assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clothes. I went to check.
そう
And that's when I finally remembered. Remembered that our purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there. Once I got there, I noticed the second floor of the second floor of the domes didn't have any cameras or monitors. So I was like, a part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is,
私は
the moment I saw it, I realized whatever is going on in this school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
それは
Can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important. Really ominous. Come on, something has to be here.
だけど
So I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. Had to do with Mokoro Kusaba, right? Doesn't it?
でも
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but does this mean everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did
と
kill
に
her?
かく
What I can say for sure is the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, point of the class trial of Mokoro Ikusaba was to get me killed. It's you killed. I sold that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
そう
That was the point of the class trial. Was? Mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
そうよ
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
つまり
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules. With that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they had tried to use a class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step without the rule. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mokoro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mokoro may not have become the victim. Could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
ええ
You know what I'm talking about, right? You mean? During the night?
私は
I can hear them, you know. The footstep of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. The ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this.
とにかく
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in domes and I had some sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow going into your room.
そう
I went to your room and saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
だけど
That wasn't the end of things, of course. So then, but that led to whoever the master assailant was, they ended up dead.
そう
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to do with the work of the mastermind and attempt to use a chaos spell. All this would mean that whoever killed Mokoro is also the mastermind.
ええ
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's why I think that's really bad if true. It means a mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wants to use a class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
そう
You're right. That is a contradiction. It's not just Mokoro. They need the class trial to kill me, but it seems ready to kill you in your room. I think they did is a contradiction. What does that mean?
つまり
It means the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
苗木くん
Just a little more I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. entity of the other ultimate despair. There's no doubt that Mokuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
Eh.
The thing about the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. Talking about
So,
happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Tragedy, whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate
どう
despair.
やら
A despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then there, make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. I could stop here. It's a bit shorter. I think it is also an epilogue, so yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here. Which is a shame, I really wanted to finish, so I'm gonna probably stream tomorrow. Yeah. I'll stream tomorrow. Same time. And finish that then.